Good morning, Aquarius. Yes, I'm in my pajamas. I'm in my onesie. I've been making videos all week in my pajamas. I've been really sick the past couple of days. Had some sort of stomach bug. And man, I thought I was going to die Friday. It was terrible. I was like, is this me facing my fear of being really sick? Because I was really sick. I was like, oh God, this is it. It was one of those Sanford and Son, I'm coming for you, Elizabeth moments. I was like, God, I'm like so sick. I missed work. All I did was cry. I was a big baby. I stayed in bed. I didn't eat for 24 hours. But I feel much better now. I'm just still energetically, I'm not like 100% like back to normal, but I did want to get this video made. I still have 2 more I have to make after this. So we'll see how much energy I have when I get done. I feel like this weekend I faced all of my fears. All of them. So, sometimes that happens. So we just have to understand that everything that's happening is happening for a reason at any given time, even if we don't understand it. Everything's happening just like it's supposed to, believe it or not. You know, and everything that's happening in the world today is happening because all of humanity is waking up. They've all been red-pilled, all of them, everybody. You know, and even people who aren't aware of it are starting to kind of look around and question things. So I do think that is really what is happening right now, more than ever. So, you know, try not to judge things. We always try to figure things out, or, you know, I've seen so many people lately saying God is mad, God is angry. Well, what kind of sense does that even make? I don't even have anything I can say for that. Like, it's just dumbfounded me. You know, we're creating our own physical reality. Everyone's experiencing their own fears right now. You know, whatever is happening in your personal space, you are facing your own fears in your own personal reality right now. You know what I am going to do? Oops. But I am feeling much better. It's just energetically, I'm a little zapped right now from fighting that bug or food poisoning or whatever it was that I had off. Ugh, it was terrible. I said, I don't ever want this again. Ever. Please don't ever give me this again. I don't want to align to it. Let me not attract this lesson again. Whatever it was. You know, and I think some of it too was I've been like really vibrating so high lately. Like so high. To where it's been really hard for me because I felt really isolated from other people. I know everyone's feeling isolated now, but I mean, I felt really isolated because nobody even understands where I'm coming from, because I've learned so much universally. Where'd it go? There they are. And so I almost feel like my body couldn't keep up with me energetically, my physical body. I know it's kind of hard to explain, but that's what I believe happened. And it sure brought my vibrations down as I was in that bedroom, whining and crying and complaining, saying I'm gonna die. I really thought I was. I need to take some sage in there today, for real. All right, the first card that we have is Nine of Swords, anxiety. You have to get to the point where you stop worrying about shit. When you learn how to live in the present moment, which Eckhart Tolle says that's all we ever have, that's the only moment that's real anyway, is the present moment. You do not have this anxiety because you're not dwelling on the past and you're not worried about the future. And understand, I realize there's a lot of people worried about the future right now. People are out of work, not knowing how they're going to pay their bills. But once again, you've got to understand that everything's happening for a reason. If you can learn to accept what's happening right now, you will not ground it into your current reality for long. It will move, it will flow, the energy will flow. Even minor things like, for instance, I had texted somebody and they didn't text back. And so, I kind of dealt with a little bit of rejection. And so, I kept playing it over and over again in my head. And I was like, well, I'm never going to text them again because you know what? They rejected me. And, even that, my spiritual guidance was, you know what? You are holding on to a past timeline. That shit is over with. It is over with. You're on a brand new timeline, brand new energy. Let that shit go. So I did. Or I'm working on it. So we have ecstasy, yielding, rapture, and bliss. We can either create heaven or hell for ourselves on earth, depending on what we focus our energy on. Just like I said, if you focus on shitty things, you're going to keep getting more shitty things. Whereas if you tell yourself, you know what? I don't know exactly why things are happening the way that they're happening, but I trust my soul, which is part of the universe, that it knows what it's doing. And once you do that, you release this anxiety and you have peace. And that peace is almost like this ecstasy that she is experiencing here, this yielding, this rapture, this bliss, this knowing that everything that it is that you desire is coming to you. It's already yours. And you start being grateful for it now. That is the energy that you need to move into. You need to move from this to this. And how do you do that? With presence and acceptance and gratitude. Try to find at least one thing today to be grateful for. King of Cups, understanding. I channeled some information this morning. Look back at how far that you've come with all the experiences that you've had in love and with relationships. And think about, I know I said don't look at the past, but we're going to look at a lesson and a pattern. So think about a past relationship that you had and think about how you would have handled it differently now. And that is how much you've grown, and that is how much you've changed. And that is this energy that you're in now, this energy of being understanding and not being so judgmental and not being so quick to dismiss people just because they're not doing what we want them to do. Now, understand, when other people offend us or trigger us in some sort of way, it is a reflection of us, not of them, because they are showing us a part of ourselves that we have denied. Or sometimes we can trigger another person for the same reason, like something that they've denied in themselves that, like let's say, for example, you're one of these people who is very authentic, and maybe you don't have any filters and you just speak your mind, you always speak your truth. And, some people might not take that well. Well, the reason why is because a lot of times they want to be that way as well, because they're not being their authentic selves. And so sometimes authenticity triggers other people. So the message here is to still always be your authentic self, one. And two, try not to take everything so personally. The situation that you're in right now is going to take maturity and an understanding that love is not possession. Love is not, sometimes you love people in spite of themselves. I don't know, maybe somebody's dealing with infidelity in a relationship, I'm feeling like. Because we have the separation card. Time apart from your partnership is on the horizon. So maybe you're dealing with infidelity. But the information that's coming up right now, the downloads of information, is that this person does love you very much. They're just struggling with their own demons. And you need to give them space. Don't necessarily dismiss them. Because this time apart right now is very paramount for both of you. And that's where this understanding card comes in. Now, am I saying completely be a doormat? No. But what I'm saying is go ahead and take this time apart to really work on yourself and also kind of look at how you may have contributed to the situation as well. A lot of times we're paranoid, or, we fear, or, we have this distrust, and it's from past relationships, and we carry it into this relationship, and it manifests into the exact thing that we don't want. So be responsible for your own energy, one. Definitely be forgiving. Even if this relationship does not get back on its feet and you do not get back together, look at what all you've learned. Don't have any animosity in your heart. Think about the good times that you've had and don't dwell on the bad. Wow, wait till you see these cards. 10 of Cups, completion. So I really feel like this person came into your life to teach you some things and to really show you the things within yourself that you needed to work on. Maybe you were arguing a lot. That whole energy of distrust, like, am I saying you're responsible? No, each person makes their own decisions. But do look at your part that you played in this. And also look at how you've kind of been in this loop where you've attracted the same lessons over and over again. So definitely look at the lessons that you've learned this time so that they do not repeat themselves. Wow. And because we have trust, transformation occurs only through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. So yes, this situation is definitely calling for acceptance right now. Whatever's happening, accept it and tell yourself that. For one thing, you can't lose anything that's yours by divine right. So if you are meant to be with this person, guess what? There's nothing that's going to stop it. Not a third party, not anything. If you're meant to be with this person. And that's how you'll truly know. It's that old cliche, if you love something, let it go. If it's meant to be, it'll come back, because literally you cannot lose what is yours. And I don't know, but that really has given me a lot of a sense of security, because I know that I don't have to chase anything anymore. All I have to do is just relax my energy and trust and know that what's for me is going to come for me and to me in the most perfect way. And don't be scared to give space. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. I'm just saying. And sometimes people have to experience other people in order to be able to appreciate you more. 3 of Wands, motivation. I feel like you're really being motivated right now. And if you're not, you will be. Maybe you're being motivated financially. Now you know what, I got to step up my game. I'm doing this on my own. Or I've got goals I want to focus on. And if you're not in this energy, get in this energy. Find something to focus on besides this situation. You know, if you want to go back to school, or if any type of dream or goal or plan that you've had, now is the perfect time to get started on it. I mean, most of us are at home right now anyway. Fill out the paperwork. Do the legwork online. We have the Divine Badass card. Yes, you are a divine badass. You've always landed on your feet. Always. Step into your own power. Take your power back from people. Don't give other people the power to make you happy or to make you sad. And I feel like this is a tower moment for you, because I've talked about this so much in my videos about somebody can add to your happiness, but they can't take it away. Because if you fill your own cup, they can come along, they can, add to it, but they can't take away from it. So I feel like this kind of was a tower moment for you, where all of a sudden you're like, man, all of a sudden I realized my happiness was dependent upon this other person. And to be honest with you, that's a lot of the reason you have this separation now, so that you can figure that out. So you can figure out what makes you happy, and it does not involve another person. It doesn't involve things. It doesn't involve places. It involves an inner happiness and inner peace and inner bliss by really discovering who you really are. And so this time is very paramount. We have the Seven of Wands, endurance. Okay, and I feel like this definitely goes with that motivation. Don't give up. Be like the little engine that could and keep plugging along. Your spirit guides are rooting for you. Definitely meditate and connect to your inner guidance, your spiritual guidance. Strategy. Come up with a plan. Like I said, now is the perfect time to do that. Really sit down and the whole world slowed down right now. You got plenty of time. And come up with a plan. Something that, will make you happy. Really tap into this. And if you have to go it alone for a while, remember you're a divine badass. You can do anything. Hostilities. You're going to have a break from the hostilities and the anxiety for a while. And if not, you need to. Meditate. Take a walk. I really feel like this time where people are like locked down with each other is going to be a test for relationships, because that is a lot of time to spend with one another. I mean, it's going to, really test you. So if you can't do anything else but get out and take a walk, go in the other room, put your headphones on, listen to some music, try your best to give each other some space. Go take a long bath. Ace of Pentacles, prosperity. You do have prosperity coming to you. It's already yours. It's already yours. All you have to do is start being grateful for it now, being thankful for it. Thank the universe for it now, because it is on its way. The only thing standing in between you and this prosperity are your own self-limiting beliefs and your own blocks. The stories you're telling yourself. Check in with yourself. What stories are you telling yourself? This is my Literary Witches Oracle, and you got Emily Bronte, Fantasy. Let me look it up. I love this deck. It really resonates with me too. Find Emily Bronte. She's one of my favorite authors. Aha. It says fantasy. Dwelling, indulging, hiding in fantasy. Spent her uneventful life at the family home on the moors. She created fantasy worlds with her brilliant sisters. Brushed the carpet and took walks in the hills. After her death of tuberculosis at the age of 30, she achieved posthumous fame for Wuthering Heights, a vicious novel of romance between two isolated, stormy characters, Catherine and Heathcliff. I feel like this has to do with that tower moment, a false sense of happiness. Sorry, I got candy stuck in my tooth. Kind of living in a fantasy world. A lot of us, we want to put on airs for other people, and we want people to think that we're a lot happier in our relationship than what we really are, because we really want validated. And the reason why we want validated is because maybe it's not on as firm a ground as we would like people to think. We've all done it. Don't feel bad. We've all done it. I've done my share of it. But really check in with yourself, because I feel like this tower moment has been for you to kind of wake up from this illusion that you were creating, and really feeling like you needed that. You needed that validation. You needed that relationship to make you happy. And now all of a sudden you're face to face with yourself. It's like being naked as a soul. Like, this is me. All of a sudden I'm face to face with myself. All this other bullshit aside, I've got to deal with my shit. And a lot of us are dealing with our shit right now. I know I've been dealing with my shit, and you have to stop deflecting onto other people. Stop blaming other people and take responsibility for your own demons and your own energy. And so I feel like that is what's going on right now, and that's what this time of separation right here is for. So if anyone would like to have a personal reading, do reach out to me. They are $20 right now, and I take Venmo, Cash App, Facebook Messenger, PayPal. And like I said, they're $50, and I can send you a video, or we can video chat if we're friends on Facebook. That's another option. So thank you very much for watching, Aquarius.